Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Breaking Butterfly podcast. I hope everyone is doing well, and I am excited to record this episode today. Actually, so excited that I stopped my brain rot reality TV to come upstairs and record this episode. Uh, but it's because of this brain rot television that I decided to record this. I have been watching Love Island USA, the last season, the latest season that just came out. I definitely was influenced by the internet to watch this because I wouldn't usually watch USA. I'm usually like a UK girl. Like I think UK. Actually, I've never even watched any of the USA seasons. I just hear that UK is a million times better, and I've always loved UK, so that's what I've always watched. All of this is irrelevant. It does not matter at all. I've been watching the last season of USA. I think it's season 6. And it just inspired me so much to record an episode about confidence in relationships and jealousy and a lot of the things that I see coming up in the season. Because honestly, I have never cringed so hard. Like, I have never cringed so much. These girls, and honestly, you guys, like, new manifestation unlocked, like new career goal unlocked. I'm like, I think these girls need a confidence coach before they go on to the reality TV show that they're going on so that they don't embarrass themselves. Because these girls show so much insecurity, so much like low self worth, no like positive beliefs around abundance, which we're going to get into in this episode. If you don't know what I mean by that, you will in a minute. They don't have the foundations they need to really create these genuine connections. And this is honestly why I really like Too Hot to Handle. If you guys haven't seen Too Hot to Handle yet, I highly recommend watching it. It's the same brain rot shit, maybe even worse. But the intention behind the show is to help the um the cast members, the attendees, you know, create good connections and create valuable relationships with people outside of sex. So in Too Hot to Handle, they pretty much have like a bunch of money they can win, and they're not allowed to do anything sexual. They're not allowed to like kiss or touch or like heavy petting, and obviously especially have sex. And if they do, they lose like a huge chunk of that money. And then throughout the whole season, they go to different like workshops. They have two relationship experts that really helps them to open up and tap into their emotions and work through a lot of their beliefs and their blocks. And like there's like this whole personal development element to Hot to Handle. And so I really like that show because I think that's what they really need in these reality dating shows. I mean, something like Love Island, they probably don't want that because like then they wouldn't have any drama whatsoever if they started teaching these people how to like have some confidence and have some self-worth. It works out on Too Hot to Handle because they have like the other elements of drama. But I mean, guys, like it literally, I was like, I need to help these women because here's what I saw happening the most. This is kind of like the general, theme or pattern is these girls would couple up with one of the guys. And because it's early days, they would be like, okay, we're still open to talking to other people. We're not totally closed off. We're not boyfriend and girlfriend. So it's okay if we get to know other people. And the girl would be like, yeah, 100%. Like, let's get to know other people. And then as soon as the guy says to her, hey, just wanted to let you know, I'm thinking of pulling this girl for a chat. Like, I want to get to know her, just wanted to let you know so that, I'm completely honest and I'm upfront and in integrity. And the girl goes berserk. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this to me. I can't believe that you found a different connection that's better than ours. And it's like, that's the whole point. Well, and then they're getting damned if they do and damned if they don't. So now there's this whole thing where it's like, if you're not talking to people, if you're not exploring other connections, then, you you are not being genuine. Like you're not on the show for the right intentions because you're not exploring all options for love, right? If you find a genuine connection and you stay with them, well, you're doing it wrong because you need to talk to all of the people. But then as soon as their man wants to talk to somebody else, it's like all hell breaks loose. They're hurt, they're crying, they're yelling, like they're actually like making a fool of themselves. And I just like can't even believe it cuz I actually was listening to a podcast the other day. If you know me well, you could probably guess which one. I'm not going to like name names, but I was watching this podcast and they had someone from Love Island on, and the host was like, "Oh my god, no, you killed it in there. Like you handled yourself so well." And I'm watching the season. I'm like, "This girl did not handle herself well. What is everyone talking about?" I don't know. I personally I just like I don't get it. So yeah, these girls are not handling themselves well at all in my opinion. They are like shouting, they're crying, they're jealous, they are um what do you call it when you're like territorial, right? There's another word I'm looking for. It's like where you like own someone almost. That's how it is. Even though they're saying, you know, we can explore other options, the way that they actually feel is if you like someone else more than me, if you even talk to someone else, I am in shambles. Like they are not walking the talk because they're saying one thing and then their actions show a completely different thing. And the actions, in my opinion, is like so cringe and so embarrassing. And they're chalking a lot of it up to like, woman's empowerment and like, yeah, don't let a man like treat you like that. And you should never be anybody's second option. That's like a lot of what I hear. It's like, you should never be anyone's second option. If he even talks to another girl, bye, dip, you're out. And I cannot believe it. And I think this is why a lot of people struggle to find real, intimate, healthy relationships. So I want to get into the two reasons why it feels so like why women, well, not just women, anyone that might be struggling with these things, why someone might get so hurt and so jealous. Why someone might get like it pains them to think of their person with anybody else and they get just like overly jealous, overly territorial. There's two reasons why. Number one is their confidence, and even deeper than that, the stories that they're creating around the scenario. And then number two is a scarcity mindset. It's all about like abundance and lack. So let's get into number one. Number one, confidence issues. Somebody liking you. Okay, well, let's start with the story, what the story is, right? And then I'll get into that part. Like when this is happening, when you might think, oh, I think my person, my significant other might be vibing with this other person, someone that gets hurt very easily creates a story that if their significant other likes this other person more, then that means this other person is better than them. And that's why it hurts so much. Because I want you to think about this. Would you be offended if somebody told you that they hated your favorite food? If you are like a pineapple on pizza eater and someone's like, oh my God, that's actually disgusting. Would you be hurt by that? Like, would you be offended? Would you be like, what the fuck did you just say? Right? I literally see these girls on Love Island. Like, what the fuck? What did you just say to me? Would you say that if someone said, I don't like pineapple on pizza? No, it wouldn't even offend you because there's this neutrality to it where it has nothing to do with you. It doesn't mean pineapple pizza is bad now, right? Pineapple on pizza, like it doesn't mean that there's any negative connotation to that. It doesn't make it better or worse. It's just someone's preference. Literally someone's preference. So when you are having your significant other connecting with someone else, the only reason it hurts so much is because you aren't bringing a neutrality to it. You are making it mean something about you. You're making it mean something about you. If this person likes this other person more, then there's something wrong with me. Then maybe I wasn't pretty enough. Then maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I wasn't good enough at this. What could I have done differently? Why didn't they like me? Why didn't they like me? It's the same as them liking different toppings on their pizza. Maybe they do love pineapple on their pizza, right? AKA you. Maybe they do love you. But maybe they met someone else that has pineapple and pepperoni, both toppings on the same pizza. And they're like, you know what? This is just a better fit for me. It's just a better fit. And there might be someone that hates pepperoni. They just want pineapple, just plain pineapple pizza. And that's going to be your perfect match. But this person, the old significant other that's choosing the other pizza with the other toppings, it's completely neutral. Like you have to bring this neutrality where it means nothing about you. It just means this person found a better match. That's all. And when you can live your life and be in your relationships in this way, I feel like it becomes so much more just filled with love because it's like you're not trying to like fill a void. You're not trying to, you know, like fill your ego or anything like that by getting someone to like you. It doesn't make you feel better about yourself. It's just, are we a perfect match for each other for both of us to get better and to grow and to love each other? And if we're not that perfect match, okay, perfect. You found a better match. I want that for you. I want that for you. It doesn't hurt me. I want everyone to have their perfect match. That should like be an affirmation that you take with you. I want everybody to find their perfect match. If it's with me, perfect. And if it's not, perfect. I want everyone to find their perfect match. If it's with me, perfect. If it's not, perfect. And if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you've heard me talk about relationships before and how I think it's also silly to really, glamorize or romanticize like long-term relationships. Obviously, it's amazing if your relationship lasts long-term. Obviously, that's a goal for a lot of people. It's a goal for me, but it shouldn't be number one priority. Being with a perfect match, not even perfect, I don't even want to say perfect, being with an incredible match that makes your life better and makes you want to be better and just benefits your life in so many ways and brings the qualities of life that you want in your life to your life, like that is the most important. If you're with someone that's not a great match and then you're just staying with them because you think it's like, you just want to have a long relationship and that's what you see as successful, I just don't agree with that. You could have a 10-year long horrible relationship and then like a 2-year long incredible relationship. And I would choose the 2-year over the 10-year 100% of the time. 100% of the time. So when it comes to your relationships and the energy that you bring to them, it should be this: I want everyone to find their perfect match. If it's with me, great. If it's not, great. That energy is so magnetic. That energy is so beautiful. And that is what's going to create these healthy relationships and not have you be like these Love Island girls that are cringing me out and making these really, really big deals when it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And again, the reason it is a big deal is because of the story they're telling of what it makes them, what it makes, what they, what they make it mean about themselves. They make it mean, whoa, I am literally glitching. Make it mean something about them. Okay. So, got it? Got it. Bring neutrality. Bring some neutrality. Someone not liking you is the same as someone not liking pineapple on a pizza. Now, the second thing that I wanted to dive into is this scarcity piece and how this fear of losing someone is more about scarcity than anything. Because if you truly believed that your match was out there, if you believed that someone really, really amazing was like out there for you, why would you be so upset when someone who's choosing somebody else wants to leave? Wouldn't that just make you even more excited that there's an even better fit for you? If someone leaves your life, they're obviously not in energetic alignment with you. They're obviously not meant for you. Like, why would something that's meant for you leave? It doesn't, that doesn't make sense. You always get an energetic match to you. So if someone leaves, that means they're not, the greatest match for you. And that means there is someone else out there. That should excite you. You shouldn't be like holding on for dear life. So the reason that people do hold on for dear life is because they don't believe that there is someone else out there for them. They don't think there's someone better. They don't think, and guys, I'm not saying that you can't be sad when someone does leave. Like, if you break up with someone that was a really amazing partner and it's just not working out for you, I'm not saying to just be like, well, bye. Like, I don't care. I'm just waiting for the next person now. No, you can still absolutely, and you should grieve, the relationships that don't work out. And there's a lot of amazing relationships that are to be honored and grieved. And like, just because they didn't work out doesn't mean that, it wasn't a successful relationship. It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that if it's not working out, stop grasping on for dear life. Like, do not beg for them to come back. Do not get out of your power, right? And why you would get out of your power is, again, when you're creating these stories, when you feel like there's not an abundance of incredible relationships and incredible people. And, even this girl I was talking about that's on Love Island that I don't feel like was truly in her power about the situation, she ended up meeting like the love of her life. Like, she's so happy. Like, he came into the villa, a week later, and now she's like the happiest ever and in love. If she had believed, or if she had, known that that was going to happen in a week, in 2 weeks, would she really have acted the way that she did when this other relationship didn't work out? Probably not. I don't know why I'm not saying like the people, like I'm like scared they're going to watch this podcast and like get mad at me or something when they'll like never see this. Um but it's Leah with Rob. Like, I just feel like she like freaked out about that just because he found a different connection. I did feel like, the day after when he was like crying on the floor and he felt really bad, I don't feel like that was disingenuine, but I don't think, I don't know. I'm not saying he's in the right. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying he's in the right. I don't think that Leah handled it with like beauty and confidence and grace. I honestly think the only person I've ever seen truly handle things with grace and like confidence in reality TV is Jess from Love is Blind and Perfect Match. She was matched, well, spoiler alert if you're gonna watch Perfect Match, but I guess spoiler alerts for Love Island too. Sorry guys, maybe I'll put that in the title. Spoilers. Um yeah, Jess ends up with Harry Jowsey, and obviously he's just a fucking dickhead. Like, he's just such an idiot. And this girl, like, she was told like a rumor, and Harry kept saying it wasn't true. And once Jess found out like she thought it was true, she just like ended things immediately. And she wasn't like bawling. She wasn't like screaming at him, like freaking out, like, how could you? She just genuinely was like, yeah, no, this isn't for me anymore. Sorry, like, you fucked up. Like, bye. Like, and that was it. It was, oh, I fucking love her. And in Love is Blind, she was incredible too. I love her. Other than that, I like haven't been very impressed with the reactions I've seen from people. And yeah, Leah, I just felt like the whole time, like even when Rob gets paired up with his new match, she just like, I don't know, she's like mouthing fuck you to him. She's like, fuck you. It's like, what did he I don't know. Maybe I missed something because I was like sit on my phone sometimes or like answer a message. I just don't really feel like he did anything. They weren't exclusive. He met a better match. He let her know immediately, "Hey, I found a match that I really want to explore," and we did kiss. And she just went like crazy and was like yelling and yeah, just saying like "fuck you," and also like saying really rude comments about him, like making like just making fun of him, like, "Oh, he looks so stupid." Like it just rubbed me the wrong way. But it wasn't just her that I've been like embarrassed about. That's just like one example. If you've seen the show, it's all of them, right? It's all of them just being very territorial, very, saying like, yeah, you can get to know people. And then as soon as they do, it's like all hell is breaking loose. And they're like, am I not good enough? And they're sobbing and their mascara is streaming. Like, keep it together, girl. Be like, act, and if you do want to be exclusive, just walk the talk. If you do want to be exclusive, just say it. Be like, hey, actually, I don't want to talk to anyone else and I don't want you to either. Like, you know what I mean? But don't say one thing and treat it another way. So yeah, with the whole abundance thing, just going back to that, because I feel like I didn't really like finish up that conversation. If you can in your relationships truly believe that everything that is meant for you will not pass you by, you are going to be able to stay in your power. If you are able to believe that there is an abundance meaning an overflow, like so many that you'll never need anything ever again. If you can believe that there's an abundance of relationships, connections, opportunities, moments, conversations, laughs that you share, like if you can believe all of that, then you will never experience FOMO again. And you will never experience grasping on for dear life to someone who is not a perfect match for you. You'll be able to stay in your power. You'll be able to say, okay, let's figure out if we're a good match together. And if not, we can go our separate ways. That is like true confidence to me. And confidence is magnetism. So when you're in that state, when you're in that energy, you are going to be more magnetic to the things that are meant for you, right? When you're holding on to things that aren't meant for you, it's impossible to be a magnet for the things that are. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I want to magnetize my soulmate and I want to manifest new best friends and I want to manifest this and magnetize this, you need to get into this energy of number one, not creating stories around what other people think and what other people say and what other people do, not creating stories at all about what it means about you. And number two, abundance mindset. Abundance mindset. No more lack, no more scarcity. This is not the only person that's ever going to love you. I guarantee it. There is someone better out there. There are millions and millions of case studies of people that can say, oh, yeah, I dated this person. I thought I was going to marry them. Thank God that I didn't. Now I'm like literally married to the love of my life. So there's always someone more. There's always someone more. There's always someone else that is going to be a better fit. Trust that. Trust in the abundance. There are so many people, so many people. Okay, I think that's all that I wanted to share. I'm going to get back to my TV show. So, I'm only on episode like what am I on? I think I'm on like episode 12 or something like that. So I haven't even finished the season. I just I just had to stop and like record something about it cuz I'm just blown away, honestly flabbergasted by it. But I'm going to go keep watching anyway because as much as I love personal development, I also love brain rot TV. So, love you guys. I hope you're having an amazing week, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.